Why is modern food making us sick? Have you ever noticed something strange? People today have more food than ever before. More restaurants, more snacks, more delivery apps, more healthy products, and more diet plans. But somehow, people are getting sicker. Obesity rates are rising. Type 2 diabetes is exploding. Even children are developing diseases that used to affect only older adults. And millions of people wake up every single day feeling tired, inflamed, stressed, and unhealthy. So the real question is, if we have more food than ever before, why are we becoming less healthy? The answer may be hidden inside the food itself. Modern food is not just different from the food humans ate hundreds of years ago. It's different from the food people ate only 50 years ago. Today, many foods are designed in laboratories, tested by food scientists, and engineered to keep you eating longer. Not to nourish your body, but to increase sales. And most people don't even realize it. Let's start with something simple. Imagine eating an apple, a real apple. Your body understands it perfectly. It contains fiber, water, natural sugar, vitamins, and nutrients working together naturally. Now compare that to apple-flavored candy. It may taste like apple, look like apple, even smell like apple, but your body knows the difference immediately. One is real food, the other is a manufactured product. And modern diets are filled with these manufactured products. Scientists call many of these foods ultra-processed foods. These are foods that go through heavy industrial processing and contain ingredients rarely used in home kitchens. Things like artificial flavors, preservatives, emulsifiers, high fructose corn syrup, refined oils, and chemical additives. In America, more than half of the average adult diet now comes from ultra-processed foods, and for children, it can be even higher. But here's the scary part. Many ultra-processed foods are specifically designed to make you overeat. Food companies spend millions of dollars studying something called the bliss point. This is the perfect combination of sugar, fat, and salt that makes the human brain crave more food. In simple words, they are designing foods to be hard to stop eating. Think about potato chips. Most people never eat just one chip because the food is scientifically engineered to keep triggering pleasure signals in your brain, and your brain starts wanting more, even when your stomach is already full. This happens because modern food affects dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical connected to pleasure and reward. Every time you eat highly processed food, your brain gets a powerful reward signal. Over time, your brain starts craving those foods again and again. Very similar to how addiction works. That's why some people feel like they can't control themselves around junk food. It's not simply lack of discipline. The food was literally designed to pull you back in. Now let's talk about sugar, one of the biggest problems in modern diets. Years ago, people consumed sugar mainly from natural sources like fruits and honey. But today, sugar is hidden in almost everything: bread, sauces, breakfast cereal, yogurt, energy drinks, protein bars, even foods marketed as healthy. And too much sugar creates chaos inside the body. When you consume large amounts of refined sugar, your blood sugar rises very quickly. Your body then releases insulin to lower it. But when this happens over and over again, every single day, your cells slowly stop responding properly to insulin. This is called insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is strongly connected to obesity, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, and heart problems. Imagine your body like a house. Insulin is the key that opens the door so sugar can enter your cells for energy. But if too much sugar keeps coming, the locks start breaking. The key stops working properly, and sugar starts building up in the bloodstream. That's basically what insulin resistance is, and millions of people are walking around with it without even realizing. But modern food affects more than just weight. It also affects the gut. Inside your digestive system live trillions of bacteria. This is called the gut microbiome. And these tiny organisms help control digestion, immunity, inflammation, and even mood. Some scientists now call the gut the second brain because of how strongly it affects mental and physical health. The problem is, many ultra-processed foods damage the balance of these gut bacteria. Low-fiber diets, artificial additives, and excessive sugar can reduce healthy bacteria and allow harmful bacteria to grow. And this may lead to chronic inflammation. Now, inflammation is important when you're injured. For example, if you cut your finger, inflammation helps your body heal. But chronic inflammation is different. It means the body stays in a constant low-level stress state for years. And scientists believe chronic inflammation plays a role in many diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, depression, and even Alzheimer's disease. Another major problem is how modern food changed portion sizes. Compare a fast food meal from decades ago to one today. Everything became bigger. Bigger sodas, bigger burgers, bigger fries. And humans naturally tend to eat more when larger portions are placed in front of them. This is called portion distortion. Many people no longer recognize what a normal portion actually looks like. And there's another hidden issue most people never think about. Modern food is often extremely easy to chew and swallow. Soft bread, melting desserts, fast food, sugary drinks. Your brain normally needs time to realize you are full. But when food is eaten too quickly, people consume huge amounts of calories before the brain can react. This is why liquid calories are especially dangerous. Drinking a large soda can add massive amounts of sugar without making you feel truly full. But maybe the biggest reason modern food is making people sick is convenience. Humans naturally choose easy options, and food companies know this. That's why unhealthy food is available everywhere. Gas stations, schools, airports, movie theaters, vending machines, delivery apps. Almost every corner of modern life. Meanwhile, healthy food usually required more preparation, more time, and sometimes more money. So people slowly build habits around convenience foods without realizing the long-term damage. And stress makes everything worse. When people are stressed, the body releases cortisol. High cortisol levels can increase cravings for sugary and high-fat foods. That's why many people emotionally eat during stressful periods. Modern life already creates stress, and modern food gives temporary comfort. This creates a cycle that becomes very difficult to escape. But here's something important. This documentary is not saying all modern food is evil, or that people should fear eating. That's not the point. The real issue is balance. The human body is incredibly powerful, but it was never designed for constant exposure to ultra-processed foods every single day. For most of human history, people ate whole foods: meat, fish, vegetables, fruits, grains, foods that came from nature. But today, many people eat products that barely resemble real food anymore. And the scary part is, many health problems develop silently. You don't suddenly feel diabetes developing overnight, or heart disease, or fatty liver disease, the damage slowly builds for years, which is why modern food can become dangerous without people noticing. But the good news is, small changes actually matter a lot. Drinking more water instead of soda, eating more whole foods, cooking at home more often, walking daily, sleeping properly, reducing ultra-processed foods slowly instead of all at once. These small habits can completely change long-term health. And one of the most powerful things a person can do is simply start paying attention. Reading inner ingredient labels, understanding what food is doing inside the body, questioning marketing, because many companies sell products using words like healthy, low-fat, natural, or fitness. But marketing and health are not always the same thing. At the end of the day, modern food is not just about taste anymore. It's about psychology, business, brain chemistry, addiction, and human biology. And understanding that may be one of the most important things for our future health. Because the food we eat every day is slowly becoming the thing that shapes how we feel, how we think, how we age, and how long we live. So maybe the better question is not, why are people getting sick? But instead, what kind of food environment are we living in? And once people begin asking that question, everything starts to look different, because health is not just personal anymore. It affects families, communities, and future generations. If you found this video helpful, or if it made you think differently about the food you eat every day, then don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone you care about. Someone who needs to understand this. Someone who might be struggling with their health without even realizing why. And if you want more simple documentaries like this, that break down real health truths in an easy way, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because this is just the beginning. More important topics are coming soon. The kind of topics most people never talk about. Thanks for watching.